Ulbricht's offensive against the Alps in Ignadon was a success.
A success is too optimistic. It has delayed the Alps, not defeated them. Still, it is the first good news I've heard from Ignadon. Now, it falls to us to cause the Alps another setback. I must finish my work before it is too late. You've made progress. But the Alps must lose all their influence on the lands of the free people. And you must be ready to deliver on your promise to reach the hybrid. Then you will have earned my trust. Return to me when you have more to report.
The converters you wanted destroyed. There are no more active converters. I shut them all down.
Then, on behalf of the free people, I thank you. The converters are the worst thing your people ever did to us. Well, I say your people, but perhaps you have earned my trust enough to separate you from the Alps and Zakor. Perhaps we can work together. It seems you can deliver on your word. I would not have thought it possible for anyone to shut down all of the converters. Your deeds will be remembered by all the free people. We have a real chance to win the war now. Now we take the war to the hybrid. Now the hybrid must die, so everyone can be free.
You want to kill the hybrid?
Kill or convert. My studies indicate that mana will poison him. Kill him if we must. But there's also a chance we can change him with it.
You're getting ahead of yourself. First, you've got to tell me your plans.
Very well. But there's much to discuss. Ask your question, and I will see if I can answer.
And so, full circle. Sent to Thorald from the Ice Palace. To learn the truth. To kill the truth. And now I return. The hybrid stronghold that I defended for so long. Unquestioning. Serving the hybrid and my addiction to Elex. But what is it that Zakor is really defending? Thorald wants to strike at the hybrid by destroying the Elex that feeds it. But what is the hybrid using the Elex for? Has his vision failed, leaving me to act outside the directive? Or am I merely part of his greater plan? Who planned the failure of my mission? Did they want me to die? Or did they want Thorald to live? And so, full circle. Sent to hybrid, I go back to the Ice Palace to learn the truth, to kill the truth. So, what are your plans for getting into the Ice Palace?
The Alps will move the bulk of their forces to the borders of Zakor. We need to take out those positions. That will open the way for a direct assault. What I need to know first is whether the Separatists will help us with this attack. Or if they attack us as we move against Zakor. Are you ready?
What will make you trust the Separatists?
The same as it took to trust you. I want to see them start shooting at Alps. Actions speak more than words. Actions earn trust.
Your plan is a frontal attack?
We've scouted the Ice Palace, and now is the time to strike. The Alps have moved their forces. They trust too much in those energy barriers of theirs. All we need to do is take out the barrier generators, and we will open our way in. Your raider is perfect for that task. That's why we need it.
How are we going to destroy the barrier generators?
We crippled a similar generator when we attacked the converter here in Idan. All we had to do was target the ventilation port. It took one shot from our ballista to cripple the generator, and that brought the shield down. Your raider cannon has a lot more power than a ballista. So, if you hit the generator's ventilation port at full power, it will blow and the Ice Palace will lose its defense.
One raider won't stop an army.
The Alps' biggest weak point is Elex. With the converters gone, we've cut off their new supplies. Now, we need to take out what they have stockpiled.
So, what are you planning to do when you get to the hybrid?
Heal him. If we can bring him into contact with a seedling, it will transmute the Elex within him, changing his nature. We can heal him as we heal the planet.
To reach the hybrid, we will need the code to his chamber.
Don't you think I know that? But none of my prisoners have known the code or would give it up. All I have discovered is that it has something to do with the hybrid's past.
But what? The Elexitors are the only ones with access to the hybrid. Anyone below that rank can't enter the chamber unless the hybrid calls them personally.
Then you need to find an Elexitor and get the code out of him.
And what if your plan to transmute all their Elex stocks doesn't work?
If they still have their Elex, we can't fight the Alb army. We will have to target their commanders instead. If we kill the Alb commanders in charge of the defenses around the Ice Palace, the resistance should crumble. With them dead, the soldiers won't stop us getting into the Ice Palace.
The last time I tried to confront Calyx, he didn't come alone. There were Albs patrolling the area where we were to meet. I need to get him alone.
Then you must choose a place yourself. Zardom's old hiding place, for instance. Maybe there you will get a chance to meet Calyx alone.
It's good that I know where and how I can challenge Calyx. I will send Calyx a message through my adjutor. I expect he will go there straight away.
Then you should act now, before he decides to attack you.
You said we could change the hybrid instead of killing him?
We can try and change him with mana. If it doesn't work, the mana will poison him. Is that a problem?
You think killing should be an easy decision?
That thing hasn't hesitated to order the deaths of hundreds, thousands. There is a chance we can convert it, change it with mana. But change him or kill him, he must be stopped.
Killing the hybrid is the only way to save Magellan. For all his knowledge and power, he must answer for what he has done. Whatever his plan is, it can't be worth the damage he's caused.
I agree. While there is a chance we could stop the fighting and keep his knowledge, we would be risking all of Magellan to try. We can hope the mana will heal him, as it is healing Magellan. Maybe we could force him onto a different path, but the safety of the planet must come first, even if that means killing him.
The Elexitors say that the hybrid has a greater plan for all of us. That he knows the nature of Elex and why it came to our world. That he has the power to see the future. Before we act, we should find out what the hybrid knows. If we don't gain the knowledge, we could pay the price for it.
Well, if he has a plan that is supposed to benefit us, I haven't seen a sign of it. That thing only wants power. Listen to him if you must, but take this seedling into the chamber with you. You must attach it to the hybrid. That is how we will tame him or kill him.
How far advanced is your plan to transmute the Elex?
The planning is complete. If it works in practice, then all the Elex on Magellan should be transmuted. But I can't control that amount of magical energy on my own. I will need a strong mage to help me. Someone who truly understands the nature of Elex and mana.
Then ask Caja.
Caja has the ability. But as for the temperament, this isn't the time for impulsiveness. The magic we'd be channeling if she didn't follow orders.
What other choice do you have?
Well, bold times take bold decision. I'll have to trust her. But she won't listen to a request from me. You must ask her to do it.
Commander, supplies located.
Thanks, you four.
You aren't the first to tell me that.
Fucking elves. They'll cost all of us.
All you'll find in Zakor is death and misery.
Thorald needs your help with this Elex experiment.
So he thinks he's finally done it, does he? That he can take away the fighting strength of the Albs with one act of magic. You should help him. Tell Thorald I'll be there when he starts the experiment.
Caja will help with the experiment.
She will? And is she ready now?
Why don't you ask yourself?
You're not the only mage, Caja. I'm certain of my findings. 90% certain. 60 or 70% at worst. But if we pull it off, who's to know we were ever worried? Everything is ready. We can begin immediately.
You should begin the experiment now.
So be it. Keep your distance. This could be dangerous for anybody close by. We failed. We were close, but Zarbom must have known what we were planning. I can't try again alone. Even if we can find Caja, it would take weeks to recalibrate everything before attempting that again. We must move to attack the Ice Palace as soon as we can. If they are this intent on stopping us, the hybrid must be close to achieving his plans.
What if Zarbom wasn't responsible for your failure? What if something else stopped your transmutation?
His intervention is the only thing that makes sense.
You don't seem certain.
The only other explanation is that Elex itself was resisting the transformation. But that's not probable.
Not probable or not possible.
Resistance would imply purpose, consciousness. And Elex is a substance, not an entity. It isn't alive.
Caja thought Elex could be alive.
What are you talking about?
She said that's what she felt. That Elex is more than a substance, that it communicated with her. Couldn't that be what went wrong?
What you're saying is impossible. Caja is able enough when it comes to magic, but she's misinterpreted what she's seen. I've run experiments on Elex, studied it for years, and I've seen nothing to indicate that what you're saying is true. How could Caja just stumble on something like this in the time she's had?
What about Caja?
Kidnapping her has stopped me making any further progress with my plans. But then killing her would also have stopped the transmutation. So why did he kidnap her? Zarbom must have seen the same power in Caja that you did. He must be planning to use that power for himself in some way.
He was interested in her. He asked me to find her. That can't be a coincidence. Where do you think Zarbom has taken Caja?
Zakor. His ambition has always been to take command there. He seeks a chance to rule. So, he'll want to keep an eye on things in the Ice Palace. He will be close to there.
What will you do now that the experiments failed?
We must take the fight to the hybrid. It seems an assault on the Ice Palace is the only way to end this war. We will see each other again in Zakor. You said that we are fighting for the same cause. So, we must take that fight to the hybrid. And, for the hope of all Magalan, we must be victorious.
How are you getting on with the raider?
We're almost there, but only almost.
What else do you need to get the raider ready?
One of the control jets must have taken a hit when it came down. If we don't fix that, the only thing you'll be flying is circles.
How do we get a new control jet?
Well, only the Elves built this kind of raider. So I guess the only place I can think of would be an Elb maintenance center. That means looking near the Ice Palace in Zakor.
So, not easy to get. I need that raider ready. The Albs are gathering strength to attack the free lands. We have to be one step ahead of them.
Well, I almost have the thing done, but... You want to take it to Zakor? Don't forget, half of that crate is mine.
This raider is the only chance to stop the Alb attack.
I was afraid you'd say something like that. You'll get the raider when I'm ready. And one more thing. Let's not pretend that I don't know who you really are, okay? You've done some impressive stuff, so don't turn out to be a shit in the end, will ya? So, when does the raider have to be ready?
There are a few things to take care of first.
Is there a timescale coming at any point?
All right, so this is where we're up to. I have to take care of the Alb commanders in Zakor. That way I can open up a path to get to the Ice Palace without the Alb forces in that area killing me before I've managed to get close. I still have to figure out what the Separatists will do when we march into Zakor. I still need to learn the access code for the Hybrid's chamber. I need that before I attempt to enter the Ice Palace. You still need your control jet for the raider.
Well, sounds like there's still something to do. Come back when that's taken care of. I'll make sure that the raider is prepared. Just make sure you get it done before the whole damn Alb army shows up here. One question. They're saying you're fighting your brother.
So?
So, is this just some big family bust-up? Is there any chance you're gonna turn around and buddy up again? I'm only asking because, you know, this affects the fate of the world and shit.
I will have to confront my brother Calyx sooner or later. The Elexitors must fall.
Right. You think you're strong enough for that?
I don't know. We will see.
Right. Don't get killed. I mean that. And not just because you dying would land the rest of us in the shit. I've, you know, got used to having you around.
All right, so this is where we're up to. I have to take care of the Alb commanders in Zakor. That way I can open up a path to get to the Ice Palace without the Alb forces in that area killing me before I've managed to get close. I still have to figure out what the Separatists will do when we march into Zakor. I still need to learn the access code for the Hybrid's chamber. I need that before I attempt to enter the Ice Palace. You still need your control jet for the raider.
Well, sounds like there's still something to do. Come back when that's taken care of. I'll make sure that the raider is prepared. Just make sure you get it done before the whole damn Alb army shows up here.
This could be useful. Here, I got the replacement control jet for the Raider.
Well, that's a good piece of work. I'll get to repairing this right away.